Hi, I'm Kimberly Goza, and I am going to tell you a little bit about myself and then give you a tour of my classroom in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, where I am currently teaching English to preschool, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. So, just to get started, we're going to start at the room. Basically, I've been a performer actor for most of my life, and then 2021 decided to start volunteering and teaching around the world, and that led to teaching English. And since I can speak English, many people think I can teach English. And that really, I am very interested in teaching English. So that is what led to me becoming a full-time English teacher. Taught in India, Cambodia previously, Vietnam, Morocco, South America, in Ecuador, and in Colombia. And I'm probably forgetting a couple places as well. So spent some time just volunteer teaching, and now I am a full-time teacher in Cambodia. So I was very, very inspired by all of the teachers out there that are sharing their classrooms. I pulled a lot of ideas from other people, and so if this can help somebody, I'm happy to do it. And I'm not good at this, but let's give it a shot. Okay, so right now the students are in session, so the hallways are dark because it is the afternoon, and in afternoon they usually do a kind of a rest period. It's after lunch and they just have some downtime. I should point out a little bit about how the day is structured here. The classes begin at 8 a.m. and they go until 4 p.m. So there is a little brief break in the afternoon when the students have lunch, and then they do take a little bit of a rest period. And that's what's happening right now, which is why the halls are quiet and dark. So that's what's going on. Our days are long here. They are 9 hours. I start usually about 7 o'clock, 7:30, and then go home about 4:30 some days. And being a foreign teacher, I am only teaching 5 days a week. And expected to be at school 5 days a week, although the local teachers are expected to be here 6 days a week. And the breaks are very, very, very short. So anyway, this is my classroom. When we first come in the door, I'm going to just kind of start from the left here. I have all of the months of the year on the wall there, and then the day will go up here. And the students are responsible at the end of the day for changing the day. The days of the week are here. And they grab those and then change it at the end of the day. I have some R-controlled vowel posters I put up on the wall there so that the students in my second grade class are working on those. And that gives them some word resources and helps them out with that. So first thing that a student does when they come in my room, this is my class for first and second grade. I teach preschool and kindergarten downstairs, and that's not exactly my room, so I'm not able to, I don't have too much control over what goes on in those rooms. This classroom is entirely mine, and do what I wanted to with this room. So when a student first comes in, they're gonna have their name on a chair, because they do come just here for English, and then they go to other rooms for their science, their social studies, math, and Khmer classes, and Chinese classes. So when the student comes in, I can change my seating around. Every quarter I change the seating, and that's it. They have to learn to live with whoever they are on a table with. So this is our setup. We have just tables and chairs. And so, again, the students come in, they pick a clip, they take their name clip off of their chair, and then they're going to come over to the yes-no board. Every week I have something new on the yes-no board. Today it's I always try my best. That is what it is for this week. They're going to pick yes or no. First of all, they get to try to read it, and that's usually something I put up there to give them a little challenge if they can read it or a friend can read it to them. Something new every week to think about. So they pick yes, no. The tests always say true, false, so I want them to know those words as well. So this is our check-in board. We have the day of the week. They love these wheels, so thanks to TPT, whoever designed that. I'm sorry, I'm not promoting names and products or anything, so I don't really know who did this, but if you're interested, I will try to find it and put a link on it. We also have the months of the year and the seasons. If they're absent, another student will put their clip on there, and if they're in the restroom, we're going to use this. This is clock. I'm trying to teach them a little bit about how to tell time. So sometimes like that comes up on a test, and so we need to know. So I have a test in here so they can practice. I'm going to talk a little bit about door greeter. This is something I started. I'm looking for the very first person that comes in, sits down, has their notebook ready, is writing the date, which will be up here, the date, and they are going to write the question or the statement of the week. I always try my best. So they're going to be writing that in their notebook. So I'm looking to see who's doing the best at doing that transition from the hallway to their desk, and whoever that is and who has done their homework will become the door greeter, which is basically a teacher's helper. They are responsible if someone knocks on the door, they go and answer the door for us, and if when we are lining up and the students are getting ready to go to a break time, that student who is lining everybody up, and they will call the names and let them go out the door, or they line up after break and then they come in. Other thing you need to know is a little different in Cambodia and in Asian culture, or at least at this particular school that I'm at. Our class periods are 3 sessions long. They are 40, and 40 minutes long with a half-hour break in there. So these students are with me 2 days a week for a very extended period of time. So they do have a break there. Okay, back to the tour. Here, this is for my second graders who are starting to write, discover, read, and think about stories. So we have that. Posters on the top there talking about author, illustrator, setting, characters, plot, problem, solution, and theme. And then we have some posters up here that are helping them with the digraphs. The WH, ch, w, f, n, ter, full, sh sounds, and th. These letters I did pick up in the United States before I came over. They are magnetic. I love them. The kids love them. Those are fun. This is my hickety-pickety bumblebee that I used in kindergarten and preschool at the beginning of the year, and he just hangs out there. Hickety-pickety bumblebee, won't you say your name for me? Was one of my introductions that I did with the preschool and kindergarten class. Okay, so whiteboard is available. I have a whiteboard. The other thing I should point out is all of our cards here from TPT. These are the digraphs, vowel teams, and this is more geared towards my second graders who are doing really well. Most of them are reading pretty good. This is more of a first grade activity that I had for them. I also used it in kindergarten. And then it is so hard to find ABCs that are lowercase, and really in first grade, second grade, we are definitely writing more lowercase letters, so I did find that poster, and that's like the only one I have that's available here. Digraphs, and this is our magic E. So we have a word, we can add magic E, and the vowel sounds, the vowel says its name instead of being short. So he hangs out here somewhere. Okay, so sorry if I make you dizzy. I am, like I said, I'm apologizing. I'm not very good at this. And you can see I do have a TV that is connected to my laptop. And so from my desk, I usually stand here under the whiteboard. I usually stand here at the whiteboard, do a little whole classroom teaching. And then, like, if I need, I'm always putting my notes on my slides. It helps me. It also helps language learners because I can be very visual with, I'm sorry, my computer's deciding to spaz out on me, but I can be very visual with the, what the lesson is. I can play a video, I can do flashcards, or like just direct their attention to the television for what it is I want them to do at that moment. And if they're having trouble understanding the language, we've got a picture to go along with it. So they are, that helps me a lot. Like for dictation, I can say the words, sound it out, and then they can see it up here. We'll also write it on the whiteboard. Okay, what else do I want to show you about my room? This is my teacher desk area. On the teacher desk area, I have my to-go bag for my preschool kindergarten class. This is materials that I'm constantly changing in and out for what I need to take with me downstairs. I teach kindergarten and preschool every morning for about 2 hours. An hour in each class is working out well. I've got my bins here. This is my second grade, first grade, and general class for room 12. This is my room number, room 12 items. So if these are things that I'm teaching right now. These are my hot topics, second grade, first grade, and for the room, things that both classes might need. Got my clock, got my certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much. That's from my kindergarten preschool team. Appreciate it. I have a laminator, and it is Cambodia, so yes, this is my bug anti-mosquito potion right there. But yes, I did have a laminator. I do teach, like I said, preschool kindergarten, and so I do a lot of laminating. There is one at the school, but I just found that I wanted to use it all the time. So that is what I have there. In here, I have a bunch of resources that I've printed out. This is a binder that just kind of sits on my desk, and so like I'll have copies. Maybe I made extra copies, things that I've used in the past, things that I'm thinking about using, just resources. And I'll show you what I do with these. These are, when I get to the other side of the room, I don't think I have it over here. Okay, on my desk. This is my do at the end of the day. I do jobs, and we pick a job by getting all the tables and chairs ready, and then we pick a stick, and the stick will have their job on it. Trying to get that to focus. This one says clips, date, sweep. This is date. So they know when they pick a stick, their job is to, like, if they pick clips, they take the bag, they go over and they clear off all of the name clips from the yes/no board there. Or they sweep, or they take the trash out. It's another way of getting them to read, and they love doing their jobs. Okay, trash, woohoo. And this is our word wall. This is mostly for first grade. These are all of the words that they need to know more or less by heart. So heart words, frequent words. This is our word wall. I have a little library up here. These are kind of decodable readers, CVC books, consonant, vowel, consonant books, and pretty easy to read. These are books we're trying to work through in the first grade, and it continues over here. This is like the second level up of these books. Very limited sources as far as what books are available. Asia, Cambodia books are extremely expensive and really hard to come by. But like a lot of the books we have in the library, we do have a school library, but in the school library, most of the books are like black and white copies of books that should be in color, but we make do. So we'll start on the top. We have our question board. This is a question of the week. And like the yes/no board, this is changing every week. So we're at the end of the school year. I know a lot of schools in the United States are going back to school, but we're just ending. But here we're going to have a question that is changing every week. So right now it's, what is one thing you learned this year? My first graders are just kind of at the level of, I learned math, I learned science, I learned Khmer, whereas the second grade is a little more capable of getting a little more details about, I learned something specific, like I learned, well, we've got a lot of math and English here too. I learned Yep, no, we got math and English. Oh, no, this is my first grader's response, that's why. Okay, so the idea here is that I ask a question of the week. We are meeting for 2 days in the week, so the first day we might do a discussion about it, and then like maybe the second day we're writing about it. It kind of depends on what the question is and how good their vocabulary is. About that specific topic. I am asking them to write sentences, and we do have just scraps of paper, what I call sentence strips, that we're using to put up there. This is a resource table. This is where my laminator came into play. A lot of TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers, thank you very much for all of your ideas, and a lot of freebie stuff that I was able to download from Teachers Pay Teachers is here. This basket is primarily preschool kindergarten. We've done like the life cycle of a butterfly, life cycle of a frog. So that's something we talked about this past year. And then these are things that I've just printed out and I'm saving because I want to pass it on to the next teacher, or maybe when I come back, I will use it again. So CBC words, flashcards, puzzles that they can put together, number puzzles, find the rest of it, make a car, little things that go with stories. This is, I'm going on a bear hunt story, went through the grass, and then he gets to the bear, so a lot of different little things. One thing the kids absolutely love is we have cards that have food, so names of food, which they enjoy, but even better, they love to spend their money on it. And I printed out money, here it is. I printed out money. All of my classes absolutely love taking the money and buying things from one another at the stores. So sometimes we do that as an extended learning activity. They need to know like names of things that they use in class, so we have flashcards for that. We have little talking sticks when I want them to kind of do like dialogue together. They have fun holding the sticks and then, acting out the dialogue. We have, okay, so this is like preschool, kindergarten, first grade, primarily, their stuff is here, and then this is the things that I use primarily with second grade. There's a lot of flex in between, but that's just kind of how I have it organized. So like in second grade, we're playing a lot of, we're starting to do like a lot of Go Fish, and they have, the Go Fish cards are all words that they need to know, like frequent words. So 3-letter, 4-letter more words. I got a lot of fish for them to play Go Fish with. The other one that we're doing right now with second grade is I want them to write more sentences. So I have cards like this, which are basically syllable cards. They were available on TPT. And I'm using them as story inspiration. So, or sentence, even sentences. A student will pull a card, and then they talk about it with their partner, and then they can write a little bit about what they think is going on in the story. So we're working on doing sentence structure with that and a little creative writing. Then these would be for like my students learning silent E. So cards like that. We have other games and activities. This bin is my Reader's Theater bin. So in this you're going to find stories, cards that I use to tell the story. So when I go down to kindergarten, I'm taking the cards down and I'm telling the story. In second grade, the second graders are reading and performing the story themselves, or they take out the manipulatives and the story pieces and they create their own stories. So that's another like a reading extension, vocabulary extension activity that I've been doing with them. We have Gingerbread Man, Tortoise and Hare, Bridge and the Dream, Red Hen, Goldilocks 3 Bears. This is a little example of like what kind of books we have available here at the library, and you see what I mean. This is all black and white, but hey, we have books and that's pretty exciting. So I have them here by level, and these are books that I got from our upstairs library. Other thing I've done is when I'm doing my question of the week and my board for yes, no, I will take like this sentence and then I will laminate the words individually, and then I put them in this bag, which the students decorated for me. I will put them in this bag, and we call it our sentence, what do I call that? Sentence station. So when the students have an extended learning activity, we will do sentence station. They pull out a word and make sentences out of the words that they find, so they enjoy that. You may have noticed my little faces with these tongues sticking out. Second grade, I also do tongue twisters every week. So the tongue twisters began here at the beginning of the year. They go around the room, and as we did it, the students did decorate their tongues and put the tongue twister on the tongues. But every week they're doing a new tongue twister, and it goes all the way around the room because we are at the end of the year. We have 2 more weeks left in this year, and then the students will get a 3-week vacation, and then they come back for the following year. Like I said, we don't really do a lot of downtime here. I'm a Writing Superstar has been gold. The second graders all know this by heart. The first graders all know it by heart, and the kindergartners are learning it. I'm a Writing Superstar. They love it too. I can start it in the elevator and they'll all jump in and say the whole thing. So I'm a Writing Superstar, 5 big goals I know by heart. Capital letters always first, finger spacing between words, sound them out the best you can, punctuation at the end, go back and check, we do our best. So I also put things up that are just kind of stories. These will change out. This is just an envelope sheet, like I use it for dry erasers, dry erase markers too, but I just put it up on the wall, and like right now, they're changeable. I can put new stories in there, things for them to read, things we're working on. This would be like for my first graders who are working on silent E. These are my owl words, O-W, O-U, brown cow, mouse. So stories there for more at the second grade level. And this is water. They bring their own water. They don't have like potable water, so they have to carry water, and if they have water, that goes here. These just came with the classroom, and I am using them for the students so that they can have little lockers. They can keep all of their English supplies in them. Each one has their name on it. The beginning of the year, I had them do an About Me sheet. And I really don't want to put names on this, but so I'm trying to hide it. But that's what we have going on here. So all of their workbooks, there are 2 students per cubby. And as you can see, some are neater than others. I have 17 second graders and 15 first graders. And it's probably going to get pretty noisy here in a minute because the bell just rang. On top of the what are these bookcases? I call them boxes. On top of them, I have workbooks for preschool, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. So, or something like where I might be working on that doesn't fit on my desk. So this would be all of their workbooks I keep here, and then I can reference them for curriculum ideas and things. So I was talking a little bit about that binder on my desk over there that's got like the worksheets in it. I like to put them in a plastic sheet like this, and then we use it for with dry erase markers. That way I can reuse sheets over and over again. The kids can practice. If I need a record of it, I can take a picture of it, but it's just kind of a good way to use the resources. Second grade is checked out books. That's why they have more, like, because they are reading books, and so they have them that they've checked out from the library. Just about done. Final wall here. I'm going to show you when they come in, all their backpacks go in that along the wall there. They line them up. I have one cubby here that is not used by a student, so this would be like where I keep my sentence strips, my pens, clips for second grade or first grade, whoever I'm not doing, tissues. We use these to wipe off the dry erase boards, or we don't have boards, but the dry erase sheets. If they need a pencil, they can come get a pencil here, Kleenex. and then all their notebooks and workbooks. Okay, beginning of the school year, second grade worked on Jack and the Beanstalk, and that is why I have, and there's my students at the end of the hallway. Okay, I got interrupted because they are going back to class, and so they come to my door and always want to see what I'm up to and what's going on. One more thing I'd like to show you, just kind of a side note, and that is my banners of animals on top there. I don't know if I pointed that out. So each one is like the shape of the animal, and it has the words like pig, dinosaur, snail. Those are so cute. Okay, oh, and homework. I have them turn in homework, and because I'm in and out of my classroom, they have a drop-off station, which is also where they put their shit, would be right here. Okay, so their English first grade, second grade homework, they'll put on the shoe rack in front of my door, which I should point out, we do not wear shoes in the classroom. So, when in Cambodia, do like Cambodia. Okay, that is my room. I do have an air conditioner. I'm so happy about that. That makes my life. And if you have questions, I'm not really like doing this to start a YouTube channel or anything. Just kind of want to more or less remember what I did, how I did, and because I will be off for a year and then coming back to teach the following year. Okay, one more thing I wanted to add. You may have noticed I have my TV on one side of the room and whiteboard on the opposite side of the room. So I have 3 sessions with the students, 3 40-minute sessions, 2 of them back to back, so we have 80 minutes of class, half hour off playground time, and then a snack and playground time, and then I have another 40 minutes with them after they do playground. And actually sometimes I can do another 40 minutes on top of that on one day when I have second grade for 4 sessions. So anyway, what do we do? Because like I said, whiteboard's on one side and TV is on the other side, and I do use both for instruction. So beginning first session, we always face the whiteboard, and then we always can use a little break, little stretch, little bathroom break. And so I have the students turn the classroom around. That means they turn their chairs to face the TV, and the person sitting on that side of the table puts their chair over on this side of the table. So then everybody is facing the TV, and I will do that second session from the TV side of the room. So we can use slides, we can use more like save the video time if we're doing a video, and short 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute videos that are relevant to the topics I'm trying to teach. So that will be our video time. We turn around, and then we also do workbooks in that period of the class, or some kind of seat activity will be happening then. The other thing I've got is like for the way I have the class structure, so like the beginning session is usually phonics, reading, writing in their notebooks, dictation, listening to the sounds of the words and writing it as best they can in their workbook. So we're working on that type of skill in the beginning session. Second session is, like I said, workbooks and television. And then the third session is much more relaxed, more open. In fact, we will often take all of the chairs, push them against the walls. Not the chairs, the tables. Those are tables. The blue things are tables. We'll put them against the wall and then have more of an open space in here. And the chairs will all be facing the TV side of the room. And so then we can do things, second grade, I have them doing in that session, something like, I call it a 1 minute talk time. And so I give them 1 minute. They can say one of the tongue twisters, they can tell a story, they can answer questions, have a set of questions that the other students can ask them, and so they can answer random questions, basically just getting them up to speak and to talk. And then we have like a reading session too. So like I said, they have books checked out from the library, and that's a good time to do that reading. So little idea of how I have my class structured for my first and second graders. Okay, I think that's everything. Probably not, but that's what I got.